Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the apocalypse. And here we go. Hats off, I think. Yes. Yes, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And there we have it outside. Lovely, lovely, lovely spring morning. Crystal clear water down there that you can see right. And I'm here. And I made it. Yes, which is good because it's nobody here about. Normally I could see a couple of people. I can see loads of rabbits chasing each other about in the field outside there. I've probably, hopefully, I won't have to get reduced to bringing my gun down here and taking a few home for tea or lunch, dinner. Well, I'm fairly lucky living around here actually because there is quite a bit of wildlife that you can sort of like eat. Well, I used to do a lot more eating of the wildlife and everything like that. But before I had children, believe it or not, and everything like that. But my kids were rather squeamish when it came to sort of like Flopsy Bunny and the pheasants and the what have you, and the pigeons. Pigeon breast is quite alright actually. That's really, really quite a nice meat actually. Pheasant's alright. Just hang pheasant for about 4 or 5 days, no longer, and that's fine. And rabbit is rabbit, Tell them it's chicken and they don't know the difference. But you need to have vegetables with rabbits, otherwise you die of malnutrition if that's all you eat. Right, okay? Nice rabbit pie. And judging about looking outside that field there's hundreds down there, so that's all right then. That's a reasonable supply. Because we have I live about 8 miles or 8.5 miles from the nearest supermarket. It's not that far really, and another 30 miles before there's any more supermarkets. So it's 8 miles, then there's a 35 miles, either 35 miles where you get to supermarkets. And all our local supermarkets there's been people queuing. People have been driving 35 miles, if not longer, to get to our supermarkets, to empty them. And they've done that. And subsequently, people who live near our supermarkets couldn't get anything. So they've come into my village and from my village stores and emptied that. I went over to the village stores last night to get some stuff. And I said, well, what happened to all the stock? And they said, we've just had people in all day just buying everything. And because they had a little sign up saying only one item per thing, anybody, and they said, but what people were doing were going in, buying a load of one items, going back to their car, sending somebody else in, and they're doing it 3 or 4 times until they, Yes, well, that will calm down. I've got the the idea that I think we're going to be shut down. We are going to be shut down. I think basically they're going to have to, because like yesterday, which was one of the funny things, is we're a tourist destination, and the people coming down and driving down here, I mean, obviously to raid the shops, but also to sort of like just come down. And it's sort of like people are in denial. Yeah, if we go out on our motorbikes and born again bikers and go out on our motorbikes and everything like that, we can pretend that nothing's wrong and nothing's different. It's a form of denial. It's interesting. Denial comes up in very, very, very many things, and but the other thing is, what the advice I gave you about the chloroquine and everything like that, hydrochloroquine and everything like that. I got there quite early, and that was quite good actually, because it's now coming out that that's what they're recommending. Also, tonic water. I was right when I said about tonic water. Yes. And I went over to buy a bottle of tonic water, because I've been buying a bottle of tonic water every night, and there was none left in our shop. And I said, you've sold all the tonic water? And they said, yeah, we've had a run on it. So, keep my mouth shut next time. No, I'm sure they get another delivery and it'll feel all right. I think we're all right for a few weeks on the delivery and on the food section. Once everybody settles down, because you've got to have a load of people with loads of food. So once it all settles down, I reckon we got food for a little while. See what happens after about 12 weeks when it all starts to crumble. The whole freaking system starts to crumble. That's going to be the difficult time. Yeah, well, I did sort of like do a bit of a live stream yesterday morning, but nah, I wasn't in the right headspace. I was stuck at home, and I've been, sort of like, how do you tell a 3-year-old that you're isolating from them because they might give you something that's going to kill you? So I'm sort of a dichotomy really, caught between two sort of things. Either because my personality would be sort of like, fucking let's have it. Either going to kill me or I'm going to get through it. That's it. Do you know what I mean? But then the other half is saying, well, probably better keep your head down for a little while and just see how it goes, so I think the latter's going to win out, but I'm not going to be desperately thinking. I went and had a kickabout with my little 3-year-old grandson, who loves a kickabout. Oh, hey, Granddad, can we have a kickabout? Love it. I love it. And I'm teaching him to have 2 feet. His dad's a good footballer, but he's only got 1 foot. If you got 2 feet, it's much better. So much better. I've always been a 2-foot because I'm left-footed. Always had a 2-foot. Always had a right and a left. And I worked on my right and I worked on my right and I worked on my right. I would not kick with my left for ages, just to get myself a right foot, and I'd run with the ball using my right foot and everything like that. So I'm trying to teach him that. You never know, there might be a world after. Once they've taken away our powers, we're coming into sort of like a situation where they're locking us right down. Once they take away these freedoms, it's quite difficult for them to give it back, really. Yeah. So that's going to be. I don't think the world's ever going to be the same again. I don't think the world's going to be the same again. I think we're going to have a different world. So, hopefully. I hope you're staying safe. Do stay in. Don't go out. Don't do all this bollocks, things like that. Because, if it's what they say it is, it's a nasty. And I got a funny feeling it's a lot nastier than they're saying it is. And it's a lot nastier when that was that thing about China. I don't know if you've heard about this one about China. Mobile phones, connections. You can go through an area of people look for an area, and they have so many mobile phones connected, and you can get that information. And China, apparently, on the whole, right across China, between the December and March this year, 10 million mobile phones, over 10 million mobile phones, ceased to be sort of like running, turned off. 10 million. Don't know really, don't know. That sounds quite. If you look at what's going on in Spain, in Italy, it's So, still not a big percentage of their overall population. It's only not even 1% of their whole population. But it's still a lot of bodies to dispose of. And they're going to have to stop using wooden coffins. Going to start using cardboard coffins, I think, to be quite honest. Because burning wooden coffins is just fucking ridiculous. Because you're not getting the heat off it, are you? And anyway, happy notes. So do treat it sensibly, and everything like that. And we will see what this world looks like after the end of it. Okay. Have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. And Hubnut, don't close your program down. Furious Driving, don't close your program down. Do something at home. Do spuddling. Do anything. Do blogs or something like that. But you're much better than mainstream TV and all that lot. Alistair and Dangerfield, keep up the good work. I know you both hate each other, but who cares? All right, take care, lovelies. I'll see you again. Cheers.